All right, that's the overview. Are there any questions that you have that you would like to ask me that I can help answer?
I have a question. I'm wondering, when would you say is the best time to take Heroes throughout the 4 years?
That's a good question. To me, it's never too early. I think the first year it's a bit too much. But if you do it in the second year, in the Heroes program, there are 4 areas: administration, operations, marketing, leadership. So there's 4 different areas that we cover. If you take it in the second year as a second-year student, then what you have the opportunity is do a whole year focusing on one particular topic. Then you do it in the third year, you have to do the 2 topics, operations and marketing. If you do it in the 4th year, you are freaking out, overwhelming, having to do everything between September and April of that year. It doesn't mean it's too late. It just means there's a lot more aggressiveness that you have to do within your homework. You got to spend more time. So anyone from the second year to the 4th year, it's definitely optimal. The sooner you take it, the more you will get accomplished by the time you graduate, which means the more prepared you are to accelerate your growth and success post-graduation. The whole point is to come out totally ready so that when you say, I'm in the game, you're moving really, really fast. The way that I often explain the analogy, it's like changing gears in a car. So you're in a standard, car's running, you're sitting there idling. I've made the decision to go to the weekends. Great. I've made the decision to go to the night classes. Fantastic. Guess what? You now go in the first gear. Do your operations. You do the marketing homework. Go to second gear. And all the time you're on the brake and the gas pedal at the exact same time. You go into third gear. You're now done leadership. You go into 4th gear. You're doing administration. Now it's time to open the practice. Take your foot off the brake. You will accelerate your growth. There are individuals who have done incredibly well in the first couple of years. The only difference between some people, in every profession there's always a 2% that does well. It's almost like they have the formula as part of their intuitive psyche. The rest of us, we have to go and work for it. And what Heroes does is provide the information for the rest of us to create the formula for that same type of success. It hasn't been, for the longest of time, easy for a lot of the younger new graduates to position themselves because the baby boomers have always been the primary decision makers. Well, what's really exciting is that the X and the Y generation have jumped in with both feet. It was actually professional women moms and stay-at-home moms for their children that changed the paradigm in 2014. And it's continuing to grow and grow and grow. And it won't be your designation that will define it. It will be how good you are at producing outcome. Other questions?
If nobody else has any others, I have another. What do you find Heroes offers that practice management or other business courses within the schools available doesn't offer?
Probably the one key one is financial administration. And please understand, all the courses have some value. They all have value. The one thing is that I work with clinics throughout Canada and the United States. So I go visiting clinics. I'm going to Nanaimo next week to visit a clinic there. Then I'm going to Seattle to deal with clinics there. And then I'm going down to LA to deal with clinics there. And I'm going to Connecticut to deal with clinics there. The difference is that I'm looking at it from a pure business perspective, but also by understanding clinics all through Canada and the United States, where most practice management courses are very micro-driven based on individual experience. I have the opportunity to share the experiences of clinics all throughout North America, from Yellowknife in the Yukon all the way down to Brentwood, Los Angeles. So you get a wider perspective. You get a perspective also from an individual who does this for his living. He goes into clinics and helps optimize their efficiency and their success. He's helping them grow exponentially. That you can't have by any of the other practice management instructors out there, because they don't have that broad-based experience, and it's constantly evolving. And the other thing that comes along with the Heroes program is all kinds of really good examples. Not ones to use, but ones to refer to. Like, for example, when we do contracts, I provide 12 different contracts: good, bad, ugly, great, employment, associate, to use as a guideline. No practice management is even addressing contracts to the extent that they need to. Remember I said it's the biggest cancer. It should be the number one thing that we train new grads is to review. And secondly is finances. I know most of the people that take the workshop, especially in administration, basically say it's massively overwhelming. Absolutely. It's meant to do that. Finances is not supposed to be easy, but you can at least understand it, and that's the starting point. And we also do QuickBooks in there, so it's kind of cool.
Awesome. Anybody else have any other questions?
I'm just trying to soak it all in, so not yet. I don't have anything.
Did it make sense what I've just shared? Does it make sense that what I'm covering is what you need to know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And procrastination, waiting to post-graduation, is not the way to do it. Because I can share with you story after story of people that said, I wish I would have. And some of them are even 20 to 30 years in practice and still struggling. You don't have to do this. You're trying to teach us to take more advantage of proactive approaches to our health. I wish I had the right words that I can convince everyone to take business classes as part of their equation, learn the skills of business. And the most I've ever asked out of anybody, even the doctors who are in the very successful clinics, is just 2 hours a week. 8 hours per month. That's all the time I've ever asked people. The maximum 1 afternoon a week to give to the focus of business. A number of students have shared, well, if I do this, my marks may come a little bit less. I have never seen in the 30 years any patient say, can I see the marks you graduated with when you completed and got your degree? Never been asked. So that's not a point. You have to pass. I got it. But please allocate some time to the business side, and your marks may come down a little bit because you're not completely focused on the one side, but it's rather you do that proactively. It's an investment. It's an investment. The total cost of the program is around between $700 to $800, $750, $800. It's not, whether it's a tax deduction, which it is, but the more important aspect of this is that for that investment, I can confidently say it will save you between $20,000 to $50,000 in problems that you may run into if you don't have it. That's a huge saving on its own. So it is a powerful, powerful investment. It's a short period of time to commit for the rest of your life, because it's not about what you're doing as students to get a designation. It's about what you'll do with that once you have that designation. Now, every particular school has a Heroes rep. My recommendation is you talk to your Heroes rep, find some more information about the program. We're doing an ongoing series of introductory webinars that we cover these and a bunch of other slides, and it's not meant to coerce people to get into the program. It's just sharing a gift of business. There are 8 slides in the presentation. We take an hour, we go over it all. Of course, this is our primary slide. And then we cover the different areas that will allow you to make the decision. Heroes is definitely something that, as an acronym, but also as a conceptual philosophy, fits those who are passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about helping health providers who help a lot of people. I am honored that in the naturopathic profession I've been able to help a number of clinics become incredibly successful, including with working with some of the most successful clinics in the entire country. And I have some of the most dynamic and exciting new grads growing their practices exponentially. There's a particular clinic that in one city, and they're just 1 year out, in their 12th month, they were doing $42,000 per month. That's not bad for month 12, is it?
Oh, that sounds pretty good to me.
And their focus wasn't on naturopathy, because what is naturopathy? To me, it's nothing but a big toolkit. What their focus was on was outcome-based medicine. It's about using the tools of naturopathy to produce improved health for their clients. And that's the key to this. That is the number one thing you have to master, is outcome-based medicine. The times are changing. You know what our greatest competition is not from other alternatives. It's from the medical profession. Allopathic doctors are coming to play. You know that they're taking additional programs, and you know what we call naturopathic medicine? They call it functional medicine. They're jumping into the game in both Canada and the United States, and they're providing functional medicine strategies to complement their particular portfolios. Well, we can play, and we can compete with absolutely any profession that's out there, toe to toe. Economists, as I said it earlier, will tell you you have unlimited potential. The market has never been better for people looking for what you have. We just have to let them know we're here. But we got to do it in a language that isn't interpreted as woo-woo. Any other questions?
None on my end.
No, I'm good.
All right. So again, thank you for joining and allowing to be recorded. Hopefully you'll gain some information on this. We have some evenings which were set to, again, I do this review of 1 to 10, but we go through a few other areas. Please participate. Love to see you in the Heroes workshops. I can assure you it's a tremendous investment, one that will repay itself many, many times. And don't wait. It's never, again, only as a first-year student. If you're really entrepreneurial, I don't say no, but you really, in the second year, that's when you should begin. And if you waited to the 4th year, it's okay, because I'll narrow it down to some very specific assignments that I tell my 4th years who sit in the class. I want you to do this. I want you to do this. Very, very specific. And then if you do that, you at least get a good head start. It's never, never something we wait until afterwards. This will complement any information of any practice management class. All right, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you in the class, or hopefully we'll see you at one of our intro webinars. Please let your colleagues know, your classmates know. Definitely something that I think can make a benefit.
Thank you for
so much,
hosting
Amy.
us.
Thank you for joining us. Take care and have yourself a good evening.
You too.